1010 Code 3, officer needed. Reports an attack on a woman in Lavender Hill area. Respond.
Code 5, officer 6 minutes away, over.
In this series, top cops, criminologists, psychologists and journalists will brief actors on the events leading to the murder of an innocent. It is the actors who reveal the raw emotions in the stories of a stalker who kills.
She doesn't realize that I own her. I own her.
And there's no one around. There's not a single person around.
Vikram Singh is just another admirer in the life of Gemma Dorman, someone else for her to manage, but a man who himself wants total control.
I'm gonna follow you 24 hours a day.
I was 22 when I met Vicky. I could have done anything. You get involved.
She's involved with a man in a fantasy world. Confused, delusional, dangerous.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her.
Oh my God, he's got a knife! Vicky, please just calm down, please. You can't reason with someone like that. You can't.
You mean nothing to me.
"22", described by her family as loving life, sensuous, complex.
My mum and dad think that I work in a restaurant, but that's not exactly true. I do escorting, which is basically you're just paid to party. So you're paid to escort people places and have fun. It's all right. I get nice things, I go to nice places, I eat well, so yeah, why not?
She was a party animal.
That comes with it a number of risks. The sort of clients that she would be seeing, the type of men that she's likely to come into contact with. That raises the stakes considerably and puts her at risk in all kinds of ways.
Perhaps she felt safe because it wasn't really Gemma who worked in the risky world of escorts.
She had a kind of an alter ego, a completely separate life.
She's glamorous, she's beautiful. People want to speak to her. She's quite sophisticated actually, like myself. She likes to have fun and yeah, if the money's right, she'll just let you have a good time. I mean, I was having a good time with life anyway, so I'm just having a bit of a better time now and getting paid for it.
By all accounts, Gemma was a well-adjusted young woman. I think she knew exactly what she was doing. I think she was leading a lifestyle that she thought was taking her in a particular direction. I think she knew the risks, and I think she was prepared to take those risks.
There was just one problem in Gemma's life.
Oh man, well, everyone's different, but you have to be nice. That's the, you know, somebody could come in and they're in a bad mood, or let's just say they're having problems with their wife, and you have to be that person that's the shoulder to cry on, and you've got to make sure that they're having a good time, and that's all that I'm worried about. I mean, obviously I have to have a good time too, but as long as they're happy and they're having fun, then that's all that matters.
Gemma had big ideas. The alter ego she used to raise funds, enjoy cashing in on her looks, was part of a game plan. The real Gemma had her eyes on a life abroad.
Hopes, plans, a home in Spain, settled with a boyfriend, a new start.
But before that new start, life in London would need to yield a lot of money, and it was in that context that she met a young man called Vikram Singh, himself trying to escape to a new world from his native Punjab.
The picture he paints is of a tortured childhood, an abusive father, a mother who was mentally ill. His story is this: his mother pays someone to smuggle him into the UK, but in fact the agent takes him and a bunch of others to Moscow. Singh claims that he then hitchhiked across Europe, begging and stealing food, and ends up as an illegal immigrant in Britain.
I am struggling. I'm finding it very hard to live from one place to another. I felt very uncomfortable, staying at my cousin's for a while because they were a couple as well. And I feel I was just taking over their space.
I think he would have been having a very difficult time here. He would have especially found it difficult to meet women.
Singh was a foreign man surrounded by the sound of other people enjoying themselves, whilst he himself could not, working for meagre wages, delivering wine to bars.
He was very low in terms of self-esteem.
The way of living in Punjab to what I am witnessing and living here in England is a drastic change.
He probably didn't have a lot of confidence operating in the culture we have here.
I don't know what I'm going to see in England.
He was not prepared for the society that he was living in London.
And then there was sex. Vikram Singh was very probably a virgin, seldom able to meet girls, and not knowing what to do when he did.
It's not surprising that he may have turned to somebody who was an escort.
Singh was desperate to fit in. He wanted a girlfriend and turned to the internet. Did he develop a damagingly skewed idea of how men and women met? Was his a perverse idea of what using an agency actually meant?
I was on the internet and I came across this escorting agency. I was browsing, seeing who is the next prettiest girl who could possibly be my woman of my life. And then I saw somebody very attractive.
Living without sex bothered him. It affected his self-esteem. The picture we have of Vikram is at once sad and very dangerous. He is in a world that he is not part of. And that sense of estrangement, couple it with intense sexual frustration, and this is a young man you might not want to meet.
Not that Gemma would have known too much about Singh's life. A man from another world, without a genuine grasp on reality.
I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to meeting her. I've saved £200, to hire her just for 2 hours and show her how much quality time I would like to spend with her, and express, my deeper inner feelings of what it would be like to spend quality time with her.
Singh's was a warped attitude to women from the start.
I think girls are amazing. I love the way that they are. But I like to see the way I want them to be. I like them to be the way that I imagine a girl to be. Very pretty, sensuous, very alluring.
Did Singh also believe that the lady he had found on the internet would really fall for him?
She will be attracted to my extrovert that I only share with very few people.
And so Singh set off one New Year's Eve to meet the woman of his dreams, or so he hoped. However, he would very probably have made little impact on Gemma.
Vicky? Yeah, he's all right. He's sweet, but I don't think he's very experienced. So I don't think he's had a lot of experience with women, and I think that it's all very new to him.
There was a lot going on behind the eyes of Vikram Singh, and no way of telling the outcome of his failure to grasp the true reality of his life.
I just want to spend the best time of my life and her life with me.
How would this story end?
Code 4 received a report of an Asian male outside address.
Received precise location on console en route.
Vikram Singh's first New Year's Eve in England, spent with Gemma Dorman, was to change his life forever.
He claims that she was the first woman that he ever had sex with.
Whether that's true, we can only speculate. If that is true, that would be significant for him.
I'm so glad we met last night, and I'm so glad we spent some quality time. It was the best feeling ever.
That would have been quite an impactful experience for him.
It's the best thing I ever experienced for a very long time. I mean, this is very fresh to me. We exchanged numbers. She's given me her mobile number as well.
Well, I have two phones, and one of them's Gem's phone, so people can text me, friends and family, everything. And then I've got my work phone, so that's Sophia's phone. So when I'm at work, obviously that phone's on, and we have a phone too. But when I'm at home and I'm just Gemma, then that phone is off, the Sophia phone is off.
Gemma's decision to give Singh a phone number may simply have been part of the routine of an escort, but to the virgin Vikram Singh, it was a precious prize. From the start, he was misreading signals. Gemma does, however, agree to a conventional date with Vikram. She suspends her escort persona. He can drop the name Sophia. Armed with her phone number and real identity, Vikram Singh was now embedded in the life of Gemma Dorman.
Gemma, that's her real name. I can't believe that she's told me the truth. I'm so relieved. I'm so looking forward to it. I can't believe that there actually might be something to develop on.
To him, one of the world's great romances was underway. To Gemma, it may almost have been a way of passing the time.
I don't think that he responded to Gemma in a way that she could possibly have predicted. It was disproportionate, and it was dysfunctional, and it was an obsession that he very, very quickly got around her. She couldn't possibly really have predicted that from just a couple of meetings.
She is a real person now, that she will be honest to me, that there is hope, that I can feel that something will progress.
Well, I think they're two polar opposites. I think you've got Vikram Singh thinking that this is a relationship that's going somewhere, and I think there was no meeting of the minds in the middle. I think they were two extremes.
The menace of the man began almost immediately.
Practically as soon as he met her, he started bombarding her with text messages. 50, 60, 70 text messages in a day. Now, that is not normal behaviour.
Oh, the texts.
Maybe I message her maybe 7 to 10 times a day.
On a good day, 15. On a bad day, anywhere to like 30, 40, even more sometimes.
I just want to know how she's being.
That really is a sign for any relationship. If it's suddenly, all of a sudden, the person starts behaving in a way where they appear obsessed, that is a high-risk marker.
The months pass. There are dates, exchanges of messages, dinners, gifts. Gemma becomes an object of adoration in the mind of Vikram Singh. Singh's misplaced passion was all too apparent.
Vicky's told me that he loves me, but I have told him that we're just having fun and it's a one-off sort of thing, but he says he gets it, but I don't really think he does.
Gemma does not realise the level of intensity Vikram feels for her. She hasn't got a clue about the dangers she faces when passions run this deep.
I've given her a couple of messages, just to express how I feel, but she hasn't responded.
I'll just look through them because there was obviously so many, and I'll just pick the ones I want to reply to, but most of them are the same anyway. It's just saying I love you, I want to see you. So I'll just reply to one of them, but yeah, 50 is a bit much. He's a freak. I think sometimes he gets a little bit deep.
Most people who are obsessive and dysfunctional have a weird kind of reality going on in their own heads that's absolutely nothing to do with the reality that the rest of us are living.
Later, Singh would claim that he lavished gifts and money on Gemma. That was not the way she saw it.
Gemma, well, she is just on the receiving end of a dinner date here, a coffee there, an odd trinket of not particularly expensive jewellery, and a guy with a gigantic crush on her.
It's almost certain that Gemma was streetwise enough to recognise the growing menace of Singh's attention, but he seems not to have been getting the message she was sending him.
I've told him loads of times, I've said, but he just keeps on and on and on. He's like, yeah, I know, but I love you, I can't live without you. It's like, just too much sometimes.
And the very act of communication was a mistake.
No matter how many texts come in, how many phone calls come in, you don't respond. The problem is, if after the 100th text you suddenly think, oh God, I've had enough of this, and you text back or you answer the phone and say, stop it, you've got to start all the way back at the beginning, because they know at some level, if I text 100 times, I'll get a response.
I said to her, Gemma, a fish can't live without water, and I can't live without you.
Did he say that? Well, probably, I don't even remember. There's so many messages.
She became quite disturbed by this, and she spoke to friends and said, it's becoming a little bit creepy now.
Sometimes he does say weird things, but, well, I don't know if he can live without me, but I can live without him.
I want to spend the rest of my time with you. You're more than Gemma to me. You're something that makes me feel happy.
Gemma validated his life story. He may have escaped from a hellish childhood, arrived a poor illegal immigrant in London, but he had a glamorous, beautiful, fun, local girlfriend.
Somebody who makes me feel alive. Somebody who makes me feel as if I'm not in another country. I'm in the same world as you are.
Gemma was still seeing Singh, accepting his offers of a drink or a coffee, sharing a dinner date. In her eyes, was she managing him? If so, it wasn't working.
We have on our hands a real disconnect between perceptions here. Singh seems to think that by spending every penny he earns on Gemma, he has a right to her company, to control her too. And in his mind he is showering her with expensive gifts. Back home in the Punjab, the money he was spending on Gemma would have amounted to a fortune. In London it was almost loose change.
And still the text messages came in.
Every time I open the phone, there's a message from him, guaranteed every time. It's like, I don't even want to open the phone and turn it on.
Gemma, what's wrong with me sending you messages? Come on, you know I love you.
I'm really sorry you feel that way, but I've moved on and I think you should too.
Gemma Dorman was to make it very clear she wanted Singh to leave her be.
I think I just need to be really, really firm and maybe a little bit horrible with him now because he's not getting the message, and I've asked him to leave me alone and he's not doing it, so I need to just really tell him now to do one.
Gemma's passion for life had no room for Vikram Singh. It was not a message he liked or he accepted. Gemma may have had no plans involving Vikram Singh, but he had plans for Gemma.
Code 4 received a report of an Asian male outside address in Southall.
It was a little over a year after first meeting Gemma Dorman that detectives believe Vikram Singh cranked up the intensity of his stalking behaviour. How do our actors interpret the emotional turmoil of events?
I've been texting my mum, like it's just getting a bit out of hand, to be honest, and I think I do still feel really sorry for him because he just doesn't get it, but now it's just starting to like just wear a bit thin.
He found out where she lived and he started sending her written letters, which, you know, it does two things really. It lets her know that he's in control and that he knows where she lives and that he's there. But it's also another form of contact to try and get a response. So it's not only the phone now, it's letters as well. He's up in the ante, he's escalating things.
I came home the other night and he was literally outside my door, and it's like when you see a shape that you recognise, you instantly see it, and I just knew it was him, and I knew he was going to be there actually. I felt he was going to be around that day, and I looked out the window and there he was. I'm not being funny, but my mum lives there as well, and she don't need this in her life, and neither do I.
You are the one.
I've told the police about him, but they've said there's nothing they can do unless he's actually done something or they physically see him doing something.
Why? Why have you told the police? It doesn't make a difference to me. I still love you.
I just feel like I'm totally on my own. He's contacted my mum, it's freaking her out as well. It's getting way too much. I thought I'd be able to just tell him and he'd leave me alone, but he just won't leave me alone. He won't.
In hindsight, all of the warning signs were there that he was becoming highly fixated with her and that potentially this could get worse before it got any better. When you look at what offenders tend to do is that it's a slow burn process. They start off being interested in a particular person, particularly stalkers that look for particular kinds of vulnerabilities in victims. They look for particular things and then they hone in on that detail. And then they gradually up the ante bit by bit by bit.
I'm prepared to follow her. I'm prepared to see where she goes and comes. I will go to her house.
And what you end up with is this person who is highly fixated, that stalks someone to the point where it follows them to work, finds out where they live, is interested in their relationships, and becomes totally obsessed with that person.
I can't stop sending you messages. I love you. No, I want to be with you. There's nobody else that makes me feel alive. Nobody but you. Only you.
And then they want to spark some reaction in the person that they're stalking.
Please just leave me alone and leave my mum alone as well. Just go.
And the worst thing that can happen for a stalker is that they don't get any reaction to what they do.
I will wait outside her house. When she arrives, I will declare my presence. I will show her that I care about her. I'm thinking about her. I want her to think about me. Nobody else but me.
No, Vicky, it's over, all right? I've got a new fella now and I'm moving away, so I don't need you in my life. I'm really sorry that you feel this way, but I don't love you.
Singh wasn't taking no for an answer.
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want this anymore. Please, leave me.
When you become infatuated like these men do, they will go to any lengths to achieve what they want to achieve. So if they've got their victim crying and saying stop, then that's a reaction.
This is the problem with stalkers. They don't take rejection.
Why should I stay away? You are mine.
You have to go now. Please just leave me alone. I wish you all the best, but you've got to leave me alone and leave my mum alone as well, because that's just not fair.
Nobody else can have you. Okay?
It seems certain that Singh had witnessed how deeply Gemma had become involved with another man. His name was Alan, and the couple had plans.
Not only did Gemma not want Vikram Singh in her life, she positively needed him out of it. She was settling into a stable relationship with a future. Her immediate past was nothing but an encumbrance.
How could she do this to me? Knowing that all that I have expressed about my inner feelings to her. How could she do this to me? No, this can't be true. How could she?
The police in London knew about Singh and his behaviour. Why was he not prosecuted?
Often it's difficult to clarify what someone's done and have they breached the line, have they crossed that line and committed an offence of harassment. Because often these offences just blow over. They fizzle out and the infatuation dies away with, they go on to another victim.
Singh also opened a second line of attack against Gemma. What about the money that he'd spent on her?
How could you do this to me? I spent every single penny I've worked hard for, I've saved for, on you. How could you do this to me?
You ain't spent no money on me anyway, Vicky. I don't know what you're on about.
I pay, you are mine. We slept together. That is love, and that is for life.
Gemma was saving to buy a home in Spain. Her new partner lived there. But Singh's demands were not about money. They were about something else.
He knows that saving up was perhaps something that she was doing, that she'd been working towards, because he'd been stalking her. He would have found these things out. And perhaps that was something that he felt he could attack that was very precious to her, the money that she'd saved up.
Singh was simply not letting go.
I'm going to follow you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What are you going to do? Huh? I'm watching you.
The man is demented. He's evil and he's twisted and you can't reason with someone like that. You can't.
Matters were coming to a head. Singh now wanted money from Gemma, her return to him, or both. And if he could not have her, nobody else would.
Oh God, it's behind me, and I just don't know what to do anymore. I really did think that I could just tell him to go away and he'd leave me alone, but he's not going to go, is he?
On May 27th, 18 months after she had met Vikram Singh, Gemma had complained not for the first time that she was being harassed. She told police that she thought Singh was following her day and night. By June 10th, Gemma's mother was herself being messaged by Singh, who had somehow got her number. She was receiving 30 text messages a day begging her to speak to her daughter, urging her to use her influence to get Gemma to return to Vikram. Did the police do enough to track down the illegal immigrant?
Well, there's the difficulty. If someone's off-grid and they're not claiming any benefits, they've got no way of tracking them through the system, then they're really difficult to find. And someone can live for a number of years in the UK and be untraceable until they actually do something and come to notice.
Singh's behaviour was still obsessive. He tried to demonstrate to Gemma the lengths that he would go to show his continuing deluded devotion. He had a tattoo applied to his back with her name at the heart. It was all part of his bid to separate Gemma from the man in her life.
I have your name on my body. You are not to go with another man.
By now, Gemma, having saved thousands of pounds to buy a home in Spain, had decided to move. In doing so, surely she would now be rid of Singh.
She will have comforted herself, no doubt. I'm leaving all this behind me. Her life was coming together in many ways. She had a good amount of money to invest in a place in Spain, was dating a good guy who was running a successful business, and there was even talk of an engagement. Still, Singh was hanging on.
You think you can escape from me? I don't care if you ignore me. I'm here. So tell me, it's either me or there's no life. What is it, Gemma?
On the evening of Friday, July 31st, Gemma readied herself for a date. Our actors have followed the facts of what was to unfold and interpreted how both Singh and Gemma may have behaved. It was a public holiday in England that weekend. Gemma and Alan were to have a meal at a Thai restaurant in the Lavender Hill area of London.
The couple first went for a drink in a bar and Singh spotted them kissing. It was awful to him for Gemma to do this to him, a public betrayal. He confronts Gemma.
Gemma and Alan finished their drink, then headed to the Thai restaurant.
I think for him to know that she is in a restaurant with her fiancé, there's little doubt that he was following her and that he'd followed her to that restaurant.
Gemma was having dinner with her fiancé, with her, the man who was a stable relationship in her life.
I'm watching her. I'm watching her.
Witnesses later say that they have seen Singh at a bus stop. Inside the restaurant, Gemma's phone rings. Witnesses hear her talking loudly to someone.
Whether the phone call she took while she was in the restaurant was from him is only speculation. But there's no doubt that he was in the street, hanging around, either waiting for her to come out after the meal or to entice her out in some way.
Either she comes back to me, or I want every single penny back. Every single penny.
I'm going to have to go. It's the only way. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go meet him now.
Something that he said in that call, we're not quite sure what was said, made Gemma say to her fiancé, I have to go out, I've got to go to the cash point.
She doesn't understand how bad she makes me feel.
My worst fear is that he'll just like grab me or something. But I think maybe if I just tell him no, it'll be all right. I think I can just go and keep him calm for a bit. It's all right, I'll do it. I'll go.
She doesn't realise that I own her. I own her.
She played right into his hands by leaving the restaurant.
I haven't got no choice. I can't tell Alan. There's no one around. I'll just have to go and meet him. What's the worst he can do?
It could be that she just needed to get outside, to get between Vikram and her fiancé, because those were two worlds that she probably did not want to collide. It's possible that her fiancé didn't know about her past, and certainly Vikram turning up would have been a threat to that.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know, but I have to go.
When she left the restaurant, when she was outside on the street, Vikram had clearly decided that he was going to kill her that night. She didn't really stand a chance.
She's coming out. She's coming out the restaurant. I'm going to get her.
Oh my God, he's there. Oh my God. Right, I can do this, it's all right.
This is a man that travelled across London with a 9-inch knife in his pocket. It was quite clear that he had some intention to seriously harm Gemma.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her.
Oh my God, he's really angry now. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Oh my God.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her.
Oh my God, there's no one around.
Gemma was streetwise, but nothing prepares you for a knife attack. She was cornered, defenseless.
Oh my God, he's really angry now. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Oh my God, there's no one around. No one around.
There was a number of witnesses in the street, and Gemma was allegedly attacked by Vikram Singh and was screaming for help.
All right, Vicky, just calm down. All right, yeah, all right. Just calm down, stay calm, all right?
I think Vikram Singh's mind at the moment he attacks Gemma is that he realises she's with someone else, she's building a life with someone else, that he's not going to be part of that life.
Vicky, please just calm down. Please, no, leave me alone. You've got to go. You've got to go.
I think he is desperate for some attention, and it's almost as if to say, if I can't have you, then no one else can have you.
You mean nothing to me. Your life is over.
And there's no one around. There's not a single person around.
Gemma had been cornered. Singh stabbed her repeatedly. She died soon after the first blow of his frenzied attack. Singh was arrested in the Southall area of London the next day. 2 years of stalking by phone, letter and in person had led to her death at the age of just 24. A loving family devastated by her murder and by all of the facts revealed at Singh's trial, one in which he seemed to suggest it was all Gemma's fault.
He said that he was guilty of killing her, but that he had been provoked by Gemma taking his money and taunting him on the night he had followed her.
Was there any credibility in what Singh was saying, that he had spent over £250,000 on her, bought her a Porsche?
At the heart of the story is a mystery. Is anything Vikram Singh said actually true?
The allegations that Vikram made against Gemma appear to be ludicrous, really, because he was an illegal immigrant. He was operating under the radar. He wasn't a rich man. Where would he have got that kind of money? But it's also a mistake to think that somebody like this, somebody delusional like this, will have any kind of rational story. It's all going on in their head, and he would have been just trying to justify to himself why he needed to get rid of her.
To say I spent £260,000 on her and so I can kill her if I want to is, of course, evidence of a controlling killer with no conscience. But if the claim is bogus, it sounds more like a shrewd way of getting charges lowered from murder to manslaughter, to convince a jury that this was behaviour provoked by an outrageously behaved woman. All nonsense. Singh is an inadequate who ruined and then took the life of a young woman.
The jury rejected all Singh had said. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 20 years to be served. The judge ordered that he be put on suicide watch. Gemma's sister leaving a tortured lament on a website which read, "My little sis, it's been a long journey, but today was your day for justice. No words will ever express how much I love and miss you and your crazy antics. The kids look for you as the brightest star in the night sky."